Hollow's End, 1872. The silver mines boomed and the town thrived until greed rotted its roots. The founders, the Holloway brothers, struck a deal with something older than the mountains. They promised silence in exchange for riches. Bury your sins and the earth will bury them deeper. But when the mines dried up, so did their souls. The first hollowing began. Men woke screaming, their bodies glass-thin, their secrets spilling like smoke from their mouths. The brothers vanished into the shafts, but their pact lingered, a rot in the soil. Scoffed, but her chest tightened. Lila's last text flashed in her mind. They're in the mirrors, Mara. They're laughing. That night, in her childhood bedroom, Mara found Lila's journal under the mattress. Pages were torn, but one entry stood out. October 12th, followed Dad to the mines. He was talking to something. It had his face, but its eyes were black holes. It said, "The hollowing begins with a liar." Eli McCready showed up at dawn, his truck sputtering. Mara hadn't seen him since the accident 7 years ago, the night they'd swerved to avoid a deer and hit a man. A drifter, they'd told themselves. No ID. They'd buried him in the woods, sworn never to speak of it. "You shouldn't be here," Eli said, his voice raw. He rolled up his sleeve. His forearm was translucent, veins glowing blue beneath skin like frosted glass. "It's back, Mara, and it's worse." They drove to the woods, to the shallow grave. The dirt was disturbed. No body, just a hole filled with silver-black sludge that stank of rot. Eli gagged. "They're digging him up. They're digging up everything." The town's preacher, Reverend Pike, found them at the diner. His left eye had clouded over and was cracked. "The hollowing don't care about prayers," he rasped. "It wants confession. You gotta spill your guts before they spill for you." He lifted his shirt. His ribs were visible, pulsing beneath paper-thin skin. That night, Mara dreamt of the mines. Stone walls pulsed like veins. Figures crawled toward her, their bodies shimmering, breaking apart like shattered mirrors. One gripped her ankle, its voice a chorus of whispers. "You buried him, but we taste your shame. It's sweet, sweeter than silver." She woke to a scream. Downstairs, her father, Sheriff Cole, stood in the kitchen, his reflection in the window, aging. Wrinkles spiderwebbed across his face, hair whitening, teeth rotting as he screamed. "They're here! They're in the—" His jaw unhinged, and a black liquid oozed out. The mine entrance yawned open, a mouth lined with rusted rails. Eli refused to go deeper, his hands now fully transparent. "They'll use you," he warned. "They'll make you choose." Mara descended. The air thickened, cold and metallic. Flashlight beams caught movement, shapes skittering along walls, their bodies reflecting light like fractured glass. Then she saw them, the Watchers. Tall, limp-thin, their skin a mosaic of mirror shards. Their leader's face shook. Her father's eyes, Lila's smiling, Eli's scars. "Little liar. You let her take the blame. You let her drown in your guilt." Mara's vision fractured, memories flooded. Lila, 14 years old, sobbing as Sheriff Cole slapped her for the wreck. "You'll say you were driving," he'd growled at Mara. "Or I lose my badge." Lila had nodded, silent. The Watcher laughed. "Your shame fed us for years. Now feast on hers." The walls trembled. Lila's voice echoed. "You hollowed me first." The Watchers offered a blade, obsidian, jagged. "Cut his throat," they urged, pointing to Eli, who'd followed her down. "His sin is small. Yours will sustain us for decades." Mara hesitated. Eli's eyes begged. "Do it," he whispered. "I'm already dead." But she turned the blade on the Watcher. Its mirror face shattered, howling. The mine shook, rocks collapsing. Mara ran, Eli's screams fading behind her. Above ground, Hollow's End was silent. Houses stood empty, mirrors smashed. At the town square, she found Lila's body, not decayed but hollowed. Her skin was porcelain, chest cracked open, nothing inside but dust and a single syllable. Mara drove until the radio static died. A news report crackled. Mysterious disappearances in Brookhaven, Oregon. She glanced in the rearview. Her reflection smiled, a jagged crack splitting her face. In the back seat, Lila's journal lay open. A new entry, in handwriting not her own. "The hollowing never ends. It just finds new liars."